just saw a clip of the very funny new comedy special Starfish that premieres on Live Nation's live entertainment streamer Veeps today. Brad Williams here on the program.
You have a dwarf on your show on the shortest day of the year.
Yes.
It just feels appropriate. It feels good.
It is the solstice, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that why you've released your special today?
There you go. Marketing genius. Dwarf comedy special on the shortest day of the year. It's almost like I planned it. What I'm trying to do, Rich, is I'm trying to take the holiday season back. The holiday season, very strange time to be a little person. You guys go to the malls. It's great. I go to the malls. I get shoved into a line saying it's your time for your shift. It's the second most stressful holiday to be a dwarf. Obviously, the first being St. Patrick's Day. I do not go outside. You guys can go out. Have the green beer. Have all the fun you want. If I leave my house, I just have drunks looking at me like, he knows where it is. Okay, I don't go outside on St. Patrick's Day. That's the dwarf version of the Purge.
So
24 hours of hell.
So if you are releasing your special on the shortest day of the year, does that mean I should have Victor Wembanyama on June 21st? Is that what you're saying?
Well
I should
done.
I should go the exact opposite.
By the way, him dressing up as Slender Man for Halloween, mwah, chef's kiss. Personally, I think that we should do any kind of physical challenge. Me against Wembanyama. me against him. Doing whatever. I mean, we could do a few events, as long as Limbo's involved. I got money on me.
Well, we could hold Wembanyama out as you go underneath it. Like he could be
limbo
the pole.
under him, and if for any reason I hit whatever under there, I'll get a strongly worded letter. which, by the way, I love being on your show after two amazingly talented NFL players.
Yes.
Your guests are Marshall Faulk, Amari Cooper, Brad Williams.
That's how we roll.
One of these is not like the other ones, okay?
Those are the two guys aren't funny.
Yes, two African-American gentlemen and a white dwarf. It sounds like your internet search history. I gotta back up away from the desk, everybody.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I just backed away from the desk.
Yes.
Brad Williams here on the Rich Eisen Show. Are you from Colorado?
I'm not from Colorado, but I am a Broncos fan. I grew up in Orange County, California, but my dad went to Stanford University. He wanted us to support a team that was led by a Stanford QB. That gave us two options, Rich. That gave us John Elway with the Broncos, Jim Plunkett with the Raiders.
Right.
And as you can tell, I don't have face tattoos or priors, so that doesn't mean I'm a Raiders fan. That means, I go hard at the Raiders fans.
Well, I mean, if you're a Bronco
care.
fan, then you should go hard at the Raiders.
Yes, but at least if you're a Raiders fan, just understand that while our teams may be against each other, we can all laugh at Patrick Mahomes complaining about the refs sounding like Kermit the Frog needing a throat lozenge, and we'd all laugh about that. The ref didn't call the penalty that was a penalty. He should have known that it was the Chiefs, and he's gonna get a strongly worded letter from the Swifties.
That's not a bad Patrick Mahomes, by the way.
It's not bad. It's okay.
You should sing Rainbow Connection like that.
One day we'll find.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
That's really good.
It's pretty close. Listen, the Broncos beat the Chiefs this year. That's our version of the Super Bowl. We're not making the Super Bowl.
Hold on a second now.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Now. They are way better at 1-5. If I had given you a piece of paper to sign that they would be 7-7 going into Christmas Eve night against the Patriots,
yes,
you would have signed that piece of paper on the spot.
Yes,
so here
absolutely.
We are. They're going to be 8-7 on Christmas Eve. I'm serious. They'll be 8-7 by the end of Christmas Eve night.
Yes,
which could be good enough to actually get in the playoffs.
And the last two games are against the Chargers without Herbert, and the Raiders with, I think they have a janitor now as quarterback.
Nice.
I think that's who they signed. They picked him up this week. You know it's getting desperate. Where as a football fan, you're like, God, what I wouldn't give for Peterman. That's when it's getting to a point where you're like,
it's like Gruden.
Yeah,
Gruden, that was somebody who could not quit. Nate Peterman.
I tell you, man, that Nathan Peterman, man, he's got some stuff. The Peterman, man. Yeah. So
it's like Caliendo suddenly showed up all of a sudden.
Yeah, but way cheaper. Have you seen his invoice? My God, the guy lives in Phoenix. He needs a private jet just to fly out here.
Is that how he's flying around?
He has
Brad Williams spilling tea.
He has private jets. He doesn't even use tables. Human beings have to be tables. A lot of my fellow dwarves have to work as his tables. Frank Caliendo, way too expensive. I'm way cheaper. I'm gonna get a phone call from him.
Is it true your daughter's name is Elway?
That is true. I named her after my favorite quarterback. It was between
Osweiler.
That and Osweiler Williams. Hey,
Ozzie Williams,
Super Bowl champion Brock Osweiler. Put some respect on the name, okay? We don't win that Super Bowl without Brock Osweiler and the defense. But Brock Osweiler was there.
Did he play one very important game in the middle of that stretch,
England,
right?
I was there at one of the games against Cincinnati where he played. That was the game that was won on a sack fumble recovery by DeMarcus Ware, the famed Denver Bronco, DeMarcus Ware. We don't talk about where he played before. DeMarcus Ware, Denver Broncos. So, yes, Brock Osweiler is a Super Bowl champion. I will not have you besmirch the great name.
You're not wrong.
Of Brock Osweiler.
He went 5-2 that year.
I'm sorry. So then it's better than with Tebow Williams, or what else we can?
I have a Tebow jersey.
Damn straight you do.
By
the way, that Tebow time was real. I've seen it.
It was very real. The Tebow 316 game, the playoff win against the Steelers. R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas. That was literally one of the top 5 moments of my life. Birth of my child, my wedding day. Okay, but then after that, Tebow 316 was very exciting.
Throwing that one to Demaryius Thomas.
Yes,
I will never forget that. Jim Nantz had barely begun to get out of his mouth the new overtime rules that a touchdown would be a winner on the spot.
Yes.
And there it happened.
Yes.
Tebow to Demaryius Thomas, and then they went and got smoked by the Patriots. and then John Elway himself.
Yes.
Figured out a way to pull off a bloodless coup of Tebow mania in the form of Peyton Manning showing up, and the rest is history.
Oh my God!
And now your jersey is an ironic jersey more than anything else.
Still, playoff victories.
That's true.
Same number of playoff wins as one Tony Romo, I believe. Is that the same number? With with one win.
Hold on a second, Brad. Because my view is you, and then behind you, a Dallas Cowboy fan that was able to handle not mentioning where DeMarcus Ware played before. But if you're gonna go, that's his quarterback right there. Don't go there.
No, I'm actually okay with Romo. It's the DeMarcus Ware who was my favorite player for a decade.
Yeah, you had a problem with that. I could see you. Like you bristled behind you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. He's a great guy, and I'm glad he could finally go to a team that could get him a Super Bowl.
By the way, Brett, I felt the same way after a few years with him and Witten. I was literally like, I wish Ware could go somewhere and get a ring, and he did. So I was happy.
Good.
The one with the Broncos.
Well, Witten did get a ring, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't he coach a high school team to a championship? I saw the video of that. That was pretty cool.
I'm sure that means more to him than the Super Bowl ring, the high school championship ring. I'm sure those kids are great. I'm sure the moms brought him baked goods after the win, and trust me, as a dwarf, I know a good baked good, and I respect it.
Oh my God!
I'm sure that one meant a little more to him.
So this comedy special, Starfish, where did you shoot it? Where was this recorded?
Shot it in New York at Sony Hall, which is a great venue, a little smaller than a theater, a little larger than a club, and now it's on Veeps. So if you go to Veeps, you'll see concerts by Alicia Keys, you'll see concerts by the Imagine Dragons, and then you'll see me doing that pose. And hey, if you have relatives over and you got the slightly racist uncle, what better to shut him up during the holiday season than to have a dwarf telling jokes? Okay, it almost sounds like a Christmas tradition. I should release one of these specials every year on this day, the winter solstice.
Why not?
You know how we have Bobby Bonilla Day? Like we have Bobby Bonilla Day.
right?
Yeah.
In about 10 years, we're going to have Shohei
Ohtani
Ohtani Day.
Yeah, I know.
And then the winter solstice should be Brad Williams Day. That's what it should be.
Why not?
Yeah,
You should have it.
Yeah, we don't have any other good holidays. Like I always said that we should get a month. Do you know when Dwarfism Awareness Month is?
Is it February?
It's not February. It should be because it's the shortest month of the year. But February taken. Let's just say that taken.
Okay. Yes.
Don't want to be controversial, and that's fine. But here's the thing:
Nice, TJ.
they gave us October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're not competing with boobs. We're not. No one's like, forget the boobs.
October.
Save the dwarves. That's not a rallying cry. That's going out.
It's Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, what you're saying that this is a costume that I can just unzip this and like take it back, and all of a sudden Dan Levitard is just gonna pop out of here and just be like, "Ha, I got you, Eisen."
Neat choice of Levitard. That one I didn't see coming. I didn't see Levitard coming there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm trying to take the day back, so enjoy. Watch my special on Veeps. I'm trying to be a trailblazer. This is a brand new platform. I want to get it on the ground floor, and so you can enjoy my special on Veeps. You can go see me on tour. I have over 70 dates in 2024 already. So yeah, go to bradwilliamscomedy.com. You can get those dates. Don't know if you know this, Rich. If you watch a dwarf tell jokes, you get 3 wishes. Oh. That is very real. So you've got yours.
Well,
congratulations.
You have also 3 dates left in this year. I know you mentioned 2024.
Yep.
Fresno on the 28th.
Yeah.
The 20 and then the 29th and 30th. You're at Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco.
Yes, sir.
Before going to Santa Barbara, California.
Yeah.
Where they is that where TJ Plus is grown? Is that where
Santa
that?
Barbara, yeah.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that right?
absolutely.
We have it's TJ on our set here, and we have one of our viewers grew a strain of marijuana called TJ Plus.
TJ Plus came out of
So,
Santa Barbara.
Let me know if you're, that's our way of saying, thanks for coming on.
He assures us it's dope,
Listen,
Brad,
it's legal. It's fine, but I don't know. I don't really partake too much in the marijuana. I think God making me a dwarf kept me low for a reason and not high.
Nice. Gentleman.
I get a contact high from a strong exhale. I get drunk off of nothing. You give me a thimble of whiskey and I'm good to go. I'm a cheap date, Rich Eisen.
By the way, I'm that way with tequila. So,
yeah. All right. Well, let's get a bottle in 1942 and let's debate whose punishment should be worse: Michigan's for the sign stealing, or if my alma mater USC should have gotten the punishment for buying a kid a house. Come on, we bought a kid a house. Not that big of a deal.
What'd you get? What'd you get for it?
Yeah, 2 national titles. 2. I say 2. Some say 1. I say 2.
Oh, I got you. Oh, now I see where you're going. You bought the kid a house. Yeah. Which, by the way,
Reggie
now
Bush.
would be...
Yeah, no big deal.
What does Reggie Bush think when this kid from JUCO shows up to his signing day in a Lamborghini?
Yeah,
What does Reggie Bush think?
Wonders where his Heisman
Yeah,
is.
the
right
Heisman
now.
Trust needs to give it back, essentially.
I mean, my gosh.
Yes, exactly. The guy, you gave one kid a house. He wins the Heisman Trophy, wins you 2 national titles, and then we get essentially the death penalty. And then you got guys like Penn State does what Penn State did, and then after that, they give him like a 1-year penalty. They're like, oh, it's too harsh. Oh, it's too harsh. Give
don't get
Penn
me
State
started
back
on the
their
NCAA
games.
right now.
It's okay.
BradWilliamsComedy.com for tour dates. And again, Starfish premieres on Live Nation's live entertainment streamer, Veeps, today. Good to see you, sir.
Boom.
Hey, absolute pleasure.
It's a
to
home
be
game
here.
for you, right? You live right nearby.
Home game. I live 7 minutes away.
Did you know that?
So
I did not.
Yeah. So if ever one of these star athletes has, some cocaine and hookers that they got to attend to, and they're a little late, just call me. I'll come in here and make the yucks. It'll be great.
We'll have you back.
Okay,
Good
thank
to see
you.
you, but only under those conditions. Brad Williams.
Book Michael Irvin.
I
love you, Michael Irvin.
On Twitter,
I love you.
At Brad Williams Comic on Instagram, right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.